Hi, this is Chess Noob, and we are playing like always a45. So he wanted to attack my pawn by his bishop, as I thought, but he did not play it actually. So I mean, he couldn't play it actually. He wanted to save his pawn, so then I played to push my pawn to d4. I mean, sorry, d5, but actually I did not. I forgot to push it. Really, it was my bad decision in a very bad way. Then he offered exchange of bishop, and I took it since I had to throw anyway, so it doesn't matter. Then took uh, I don't know why I played this move really. It was like I wanted to play d5, but I played d3. It was a very big mistake for me. I mean, it kind of in the long run it can save my pawn, but I don't want to keep my center at e4, e5. I want to keep my center at d5, but it's okay. It wasn't the worst case scenario for me. I mean, in a low rate players, so it was good to go. He went back to knight after you know mm, taking it. I mean, taking it out. He shouldn't have done that. Like it's like basic of chess that you don't play minor pieces again and any piece again and again in a starting of chess. But he did play his knight two times that he actually didn't need at that is in this period of time. So it's a bad move actually, according to my thought. Okay, then I played this move so that I don't want to welcome his bishops. Anyway, it wasn't possible before also, since my pawn at c6 is stopping his bishop, so it's not a big deal. I was actually kind of felt strange when he played like this. Then I realized that he doesn't want to uh, what can I say the word um, castle. He doesn't want to castle. That's why he's pushing his pawn so fast forward. So I thought he would exchange. I was really hoping that, but he did not. It wasn't a bad deal. Then I castle, since I should castle, so I castle. Then he gave me a chance to exchange my white bishops, and I did that too. And he took it again. Then I pushed my pawn at d4, because why not? I have more space, so I will take it. I don't mind taking extra spaces. Then he again bring his knight to the uh, a3. I don't know why, but because I thought, I mean, this is the bad way of thinking. If you are low rated players and don't play a similar move together, I mean double times. See, always notice that if you wanna play some play, you wanna, I mean, move your piece to the specific position, and don't do it twice. I mean, if you want to do this, do it again one time, make it safe for that place, and leave it there. At least you can do it. It will improve your chances to play a good move. I mean, the move you need actually to play that, to play at different times. Here he played knight to a3 two times and then back. He could have played better move or different moves. He could have think of other moves that he actually need to play, rather than playing the same move twice. It's like trying to, and then he gave me a tempo, with his knight. So I like, why not? So actually, I kind of hate it, but he played a good play. Now give a check. I don't know why I didn't want to give a check right now. I wanted to back, but well, let's say I exchange it. This is the place I thought we are going to make a draw. Since we are exchanging most of the, and he's giving me most of the his pieces to exchange. So I thought probably he's looking for a draw kind of thing. So I didn't mind it. So what's a big deal? Then he plays knight. Then actually, at when I played my knight, I shouldn't played my knight. I actually pushed my pawn so that I could push my a6 pawn, so that I could take the exchange the pawn and have a free. rook, but well, what can you say? And then he entered his knight in my area, so I wanted to stop his movement, as much as possible, which is kind of hard for me, but it's okay. So I took his free pawn. He pushed it. Probably it was a blunder. Then he pushed his pawn. So I took a free piece, So you always take the free piece. And then he was like moving so that we don't, like, what can I say the word for it? So that we don't uh, take our. I mean, he was moving so that he was keeping his knight inside his pawns. I don't know why, but I would rather have my knight out in the open, like really. And his the knight at a5. I could have stopped it by playing like, at uh, c7. But what I wanted to do here, that if he played like uh, c sorry b7, then I will play c7, so that in this way I will have a tempo and he will have a waste of move to go back with his knight, so that when he will go back with his knight, he will be wasting extra moves, in that case. Otherwise, what he will do that, and I mean, he will have a very happy life if he doesn't do it. So I was like, I wanted to waste himself in every way possible. It was the worst move, kind of. I mean, i I will have a good center in this way, but I would rather not. Than actually, his all pawns shifted to my king side pawns, that I don't know, because mostly in this case, when they when the opponent have all the pawns collected at king side, they want to push it so that they can exchange a lot of pawns, that I really don't want it, in that case at least. So then I placed c2, so that I c7, so that I can stop his knight. That was my target all along, so it's okay. And we were improving our pieces, our pawns, so that I what I wanted was to uh, mm, close the king positions, so that he doesn't enter it in this position. But I didn't have actually more of a way to actually get it done, since his pawns were all over my place, and I really didn't have any way to get it out. And then he pushed it, and I was like really feared. He was after my pawn, obviously. And in this way, actually, he was double attack. So I wasn't mind actually. So because here he can't do actually, even if he has double rook at my king point. So does I have my double rooks at his kings. It's just the problem is that I don't have a open file. He does have open file. That's where I was like, why? And I couldn't move my rooks here because my pawn was attacked. If I move my pawn, his knight gonna take my pawn. So once he take my c6 pawn, he will take again my e4 pawn, e5 pawn. That you know it sucks. So then I changed my strategy to, I wanted to draw this game at this point. So I I was moving my, I mean, knight up and down, so that but I completely forgot about that piece. Completely forgot about that piece, the knight one. Then I just thought, whoa, I have a tempo right now, and the tempo is attacking the pawn beside the king. He has to move his knight, but he did not move it actually. I don't know why. It was a blunder. He wanted to uh, take my pawn. I mean, as he thought that if I take his knight, he would have a chance to give me check and probably checkmate. But there was no chance. He did take it, my pawn, but there was no checkmate actually. Yeah, that's the thing about it. He can't push his knight. I mean, he can't push his rook. Here, what happening is, at my place, there is a chance to give a check or checkmate chance, because my uh, the position to push and The rook are online. My king is close to the open file, so he can kind of safeguard it. Even king is working for that place, but in his case, that I'm going to show you, he moved it to uh, close to his rook. I don't know why, just to save his rook probably. But then I give him check. And this was his mistake. I thought he was gonna move to uh, what is the word for it? I thought that he probably gonna move to the f3, as I thought that king, because that I will not have a check that directly, but he did not. It was a blunder from his side. So then I again give check, and he has to leave the safety of his rook. Then it was checkmate, and I like it, simple and fun. And I will show you the place where yeah, this is the place where we are moving knight again and again, so that we can have a draw. I actually proposed him a draw, but he did not. What can I say? And what you need to learn here about the king position. Okay, here, like, my position for rook is, I can easily push my rook here. Point is that I can easily push my rook here, even if I don't do anything. If somehow I enter my rook, what he did by taking my pawn, he give me a free file. Okay, that was his worst mistake. He shouldn't have done that, and I get the chance. So what you should remember, that sometimes if a rook is stuck behind the pawn, even if you have a chance to take that pawn, don't take it. Let it be, because stuck stuck rook is better than an extra pawn. The stuck rook of opponent is better than extra pawn, because what you do, you will win, let's say, extra pawn 1, extra pawn. But what will do, you will give him a active rook. An active rook is very dangerous. You don't want that. So remember that. Thank you.